lots of hits and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Temperature here at game time, a comfortable 75 degrees tonight. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Ramirez is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the third baseman.
Standing in, J.D. Davis. His career numbers in this matchup. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. Pitch is popped up. Under it, VR, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third.
Striding into the box, Pete Alonso. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Throw into second. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Batting fourth.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto. All even now, 2-2. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. The set and the 2-2. Hit out towards second. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night. Steven Matz gets the starting nod for the Mets. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220.
And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Now the 2-1 pitch. This one's down to third. Davis brings it in, and there's one down now.
Batting third, the left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Ready now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. VR, the runner at second with 1 away. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the off-balance throw beats him at first. Up next for Miami, Jesus Aguilar, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch, the 1-2. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. He's set the payoff pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Line toward right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Nothing in the... Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2. Line drive to center field. Ramirez is right there, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the second baseman.
Digging in, Robinson Cano. And Cano's able to lay off that time. He'll reach on the base on balls.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
Hey, now he's got me confused up here. This is a known sinker baller out on the mound trying to roll a double play, and he throws him a four-seamer.
So a full count now.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball four.
And he looks at his sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with two strikes there.
Stepping in now, Ahmed Rosario. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. Aguilar is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Stepping up to the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Line drive to left. Cespedes is there, and he has it for the out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
Stepping in, John Birdie, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Bottom of the second here with no score. Grounded back up the middle. And he's going to beat the offline throw to first as the first baseman couldn't get the foot back in time.
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. And another foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Harold Ramirez. A runner on first with 2 away. On the ground for Cano at second. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Steven Matz, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. That nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1. Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
When you've got the pitcher leading off an inning, you have to feel pretty confident about getting the first out without much problems. But the pitcher with a bat in his hands had other ideas. Put some solid wood on it and found himself on second with the leadoff double.
So now to the plate, Jeff McNeil. The count now at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball. Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Now the 3-2 pitch locks him up for strike 3.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Into the box now, Pete Alonso, fouled off. Third inning, no score to this point. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 18 for him on the campaign, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
To the plate now, Michael Conforto down the third baseline. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw over to Aguilar at first will take care of him to end the inning. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara, as we move on to.
They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
A little low, it's 2-2. Sent out to straightaway center field. Conforto patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. So 1 out now for the Marlins in their half of the third, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And this one will bounce into the wall. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple. So that's his 3rd triple of the year.
Yeah, that's not a ton, Matt, but he looked very capable there of picking up some more as the season goes on.
At the plate now, Miguel Rojas. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. Just got a piece of that one, perhaps shortening up now. Will get the ball in play. Here now the 2-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Smoke on the ground up the middle. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, D. A runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, it took it.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Welcome back to Miami as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Robinson Cano. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ramirez is there, 2 gone.
Now batting. The left fielder.
Digging in, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And a sinker, called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They lead it 2-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jesus Aguilar. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first by Cano, and there's the first out of the inning.
The batter.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. The 1-1 home. Swing and a liner, but foul. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Here's Cano now at second. And that's the second out.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Birdie. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Count is 1-2 now. Hit sharply on the ground. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4 full. The Mets lead this one 2-1. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in now, Ahmed Rosario. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. 2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 3-1. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right and up into the crowd. 3-2 pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner, and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
The 1-1 is going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. There's one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. The 2-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Over to VR. Relayed to Aguilar, the double play, and that retires the side. Mets go down quickly as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said there is nothing prettier than frozen rope after frozen rope, and that is exactly what he's getting right now. The data says they've hit 8 line drives as a team in this one, some resulting in outs, but obviously that's a good sign for them going forward.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Set now for the bottom of the fifth. Now batting, Brian Anderson. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound.
And that is through into right field for a single.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside of baseball and drive it the other way.
Harold Ramirez.
At the plate, Harold Ramirez. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Digging in, Sandy Alcantara. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. And he tries to bunt here with 2 strikes, but he's out. And that's a foul ball. He's down on strikes for the first out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. And that's in there. Base hit. Anderson rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate. It's a 2-2 game.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, D-Row. Pitcher have the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
He set the payoff pitch, and he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. Now at the plate, Jesus Aguilar. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Cano fields it cleanly on to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, and we are tied 2-2. Top half of the 6th about to get started. J.D. Davis the next to bat. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat. Fly ball out toward left center field. Dickerson arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Ready to take his hacks again, Pete Alonso, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Pulled toward right center field. VR is calling for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning now. Digging in once again, Jorge Alfaro. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hit hard to third. And there's 1 away.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, John Birdie. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Can't do much with that one. It's 1-2. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
The batter, the third baseman,
So now to the plate, Brian Anderson. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. He's running. Pitch outside the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. Runner at second here with one man out. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. He loses him on ball 4.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. To second, there's Cano. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting one out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Brad Boxberger is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 33.
7th inning ready to roll. Into the box. Wilson Ramos. He lined out his first time around and then went down on strikes last time up. So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Wilson Ramos is retired to kick off the inning. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. Skied into straightaway right. Birdie is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 52.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
The 1-1 home. Grounded to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3, and this game is still tied at 2-2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Villar. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command, even if he's still throwing strikes? Stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. Got him reaching there. Strike 2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Got him to go down swinging there. Jonathan Villar sent packing to begin the bottom of the 7th. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 23.
Stepping into the box, Corey Dickerson. No hits to this point. Right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's Cano. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
First baseman,
In now, Jesus Aguilar. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
You know, D-Roll, that...
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 left for Miami. Score remains dead. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. It was a walk in his last trip. The 2-2. Here's a liner caught down there at third. And a tough way to go down that time as he's retired to start the 8th. Dominic Smith will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 2, Dominic Smith.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Jeff McNeil. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
The 2-2 pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here.
What a great piece of clutch hitting right there to give his boys the lead. Going to put a lot of pressure on the opposition after score with only 6 outs to go.
Standing in now, J.D. Davis. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Hit to short. He's right there. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. The Mets do pick up. Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 68.
Bottom of the inning now. Ready now for the Marlins, Jorge Alfaro. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. There to make the catch is McNeil, and there's 1 away. Coming to the plate now, John Birdie. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slurve there. 2 gone.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
To the plate now, Brian Anderson. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. And the payoff pitch. Got him. Throws him on the slurve, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Eliezer Hernandez is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Matt Joyce will.
And batting up, number 7, Matt Joyce.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Now batting,
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Conforto. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
After it is Dickerson. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. Alfaro has it. And he makes the throw to first. Conforto is retired, 2 down now. Now at the plate, Wilson Ramos. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3 and... Edwin Diaz is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Edwin.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. Now at the plate, Harold Ramirez. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. A swing and a ground ball to third. Foul. Again a 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. Here's Matt Joyce now. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
And he missed with it. Ball 4, so that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second. 2-1, here it is. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Davis is there to make the catch, and that's a big out number 1.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Miguel Rojas, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he misses ball 4, so now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base. So striding in, Corey Dickerson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And that lead disappears with it as this is now a 3-3 ball game.
That was a really good at-bat right there. You're trying to tie this thing up any way that you can. He hits the sac fly to the outfield, and the tying run comes in to score.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jesus Aguilar. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Count even at 2-2. Even at 2-2. The pitch. Count remains 2-2. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Well, no doubt in my mind, this has been the at-bat of the night so far.
And it's fouled away. Grounder down the line at third. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again, 3-2. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat. Monte Harrison stays in the game after pinch hitting, and he'll be patrolling right field.
Now playing right field.
Ready once again, Robinson Cano. He'll be the one to lead it off here in the top of inning number 10. Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Cano is retired, and there's one away. Ready for another chance? Yoenis Cespedes. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Ahmed Rosario hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. Hit back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Jed Lowry will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 4, Jed Lowry.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
He's set. The 3-1. Lifted in the air to right field. Harrison is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Let's leave 1. Score remains tied at 3-3. Seth Lugo comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Standing in, Jorge Alfaro. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Oh, and he misses it.
Love the approach right there to get on base with a leadoff knock to start the bottom of the 10th. They don't want this game to go any farther than this. They want to end it right now. Let's see how the manager plays this.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Now batting, third baseman.
So striding forward now, Brian Anderson. The winning run at second. However, the double play in order here. To second, there's Cano. And the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
The batter, the center fielder, Harold.
Swing and a fly ball, but shallow. And that's not going to do it. Conforto has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And they will not try it as the winning run has to hold tight at third. So that'll bring in Monty Harrison next. A 2-out hit'd win it. Fastball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. And no, he can't make the play. And he fouls this one off.
Great job right there. Scrambling a nasty breaking ball off the plate.
And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Marlins strand a pair. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Adam Conley takes the mound to start the 11th inning. And he takes a cold strike 2. Bouncer up the middle, reined in, and a good throw gets him one gone. At the plate, J.D. Davis. He was a ground out victim last time up. The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2. 1 out, nobody on. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Payoff pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ramirez is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Pete Alonso. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Fastball, and Looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone. A solo shot here to left, and it's now a one-run ball game. Well, that was this lineup's third homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto. 2-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Row, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4. Now in the box, Wilson Ramos. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 1-1 home. 2 out with the man at first. Hard liner to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
D-Row, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball, right? You go extra innings, that lineup turns over, and was able to get him 1 extra AB.
Yeah, and he'd be lying right now if he said he wasn't thinking about it. The boys hooked him up right there. Pitching staff extended the game a little bit. 1 more plate appearance, and he extends the hit streak.
And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Yimi Garcia answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. 1-1. Here it is. A curveball hit right back at him, and they get the force at home. Whatever works as the side is retired. So now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jonathan Villar. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Villar is retired, and there's 1 away.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Davis has got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
Into the box, Jesus Aguilar. Miami down to their last strike. Skied into straightaway right. He's got it, and the Mets have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Mets pick up win number 20 on the year. Seth Lugo claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi White. Been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For the Marlins, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 14 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes.